Do you feel like you have your own gifts and you want to explore and expand them? How many times do you have dreams that just come true, or you will simply know something? Well, guess what? You can expand and develop your gifts today. Go to colbyrebel.com and visit my classes. I have e-courses that you can watch and learn in the comfort of your home. Everything from intuition, psychic, to even connecting to loved ones on the other side. So visit colbyrebel.com and start developing your gifts today.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Get settled in, grab your cup. Let's talk about your spirit team. Because sometimes you forget you even have a spirit team. So, we're going to get settled down. We're going to talk about it, but grab your cup, take a sip, and let's get together. All right. So, let's start with a quote, right? Let's do this. Coffee with Colby quote. Okay, here we go. Okay. Being forced to stay in is a wonderful opportunity to practice surrendering, to allow yourself to look at your life and reflect. It's the perfect opportunity to ask yourself, am I where I'm supposed to be? Rather than being eager to get back to your routine, ask yourself if that routine worked for you. Is that routine fulfilling your soul? And that's such a great point, right? We kind of get into these patterns, we get into these routines. When we don't have the routines, we feel like we're missing out. We feel like we're missing something. But yet, you have to say, did that routine fulfill me? Did I enjoy that routine? How can I make sure that I'm always fully in alignment with my soul, my higher self, and my purpose? So, let us talk about your spirit team. Now, who is the spirit team? Who makes up the spirit team? It's a multitude, okay? So, your spirit team, honestly, they could be your loved ones on the other side. So, loved ones that you knew, all right? They could be your loved ones on the other side, grandmothers, parents, siblings, cousins, great aunts, great uncles, anyone. Anyone that's been in your family tree could be absolutely part of your spirit team. They could be there with you. Even pets. I do believe that pets can be there as well. It can also be angels, archangels, it could also be guides. So let's talk about the guides. Who are the guides? What are the guides? Your guides are there. Now, there's just different theories on this, so you have to kind of adapt to what works for you. But there are guides that are considered that you wouldn't have known. They wouldn't have been part of your particular family, but they choose to help you along your life path, okay? They just are there for you. Now, so here's the other thing is you could also have a guide that comes in for a particular reason. All right. So for instance, it could be a health guide, it could be a career guide, a relationship guide. All right. They're stepping in for a particular reason. And guides may change, all right? So you may have guides there for a particular part of your journey, but as you move on, as you elevate, you may have different guides that step in for you. So again, this is your team and you can call in guides. Like if you really need help with clarity, if you really need direction with career, why not call in a guide to help you? That's what they are there for. They want to help, they're part of it. What makes a guide? It's the elevation, right? They've either had many lives and they've come back, they've done their homework. But basically, what happens is they are this kind of all knowing experience. So they're there to help you. It's like a master teacher. All right, think of them as a master teacher for you. They're there to support. Your guide isn't going to hurt you. Your guide isn't there to destroy your life, even though it may feel like it, right? Because if something's not in alignment and if something's not working, they're going to help to unplug it. They're going to help to pluck the weeds out of the garden. So you may not like those weeds being plucked, right? You're used to those weeds. They bring you comfort, those weeds, but they may get plucked. So you have all of this with you and deal with you, okay? They have all of this and they're going to deal with you. So here's the thing with this, all right? How do I know if my team is there for me? How do I know? Like sometimes you feel alone, right? You're asking yourself, man, if you're there, where, show me. Or if you're there, give me a sign. And you're feeling like you don't have a sign. You're feeling as if they're not around for you. But they are. They're always around. But sometimes, you know, when a parent lets their kid start to walk for the first time, at some point, all right, you have to let go of the child's hands in order for them to walk on their own. You have to allow the child to fall so that they understand balance, so that they understand how to get back up even though they fall. That's the only way they're ever going to learn how to walk. It's the same thing with riding a bike, right? You might have training wheels. At some point, the training wheels have to come off. Otherwise, you're not going to know how to ride a bike. Your spirit team's the same way. They're holding your hands. They're holding your hands. At some point, they will let go of holding your hands. So you may feel that you're faltering. You may feel that they're not there for you, but that doesn't mean they're not writing your space. That doesn't mean that they're not still helping you. Of course they're helping you. Of course they're there with you. But they have to allow you the opportunity to make mistakes. They have to allow the opportunity for you to figure out some of these things on your own. How are you ever going to make your own decisions if you don't? How are you ever going to understand and experience what you want and what you don't want and what resonates and what's with your higher self and how to tune in if you don't make those mistakes? They're there for you. They're there to teach you. They're there to train you. They're there to help you understand yourself and your higher self more. So your team is always there. They're not abandoning you at any point in time. But you have to trust. You know, sometimes you don't see it, or sometimes something doesn't go the way that you want, right? So you think that they're not there. No, it always works out the way it's supposed to, whether you like it or not. You know, the truth is always revealed. Okay, your path is always revealed if you allow it, if you do the work, if you roll up your sleeves. Okay, so how do I know? It could be put out a signal or a sign. First of all, that always helps. Hey, listen, let's call in romance. Hey, I'd really like to know about romance, calling in my love. Let's call in a guide that deals with relationships. Okay, that's first and foremost. Then let's set up a sign or a symbol for you. I mean, whatever you want it to be. We'll just say it's a red rose, okay? It's looking at red roses. You have to have your awareness expanded. You know, it's not exactly like Spirit is going to call up FedEx and say, hey, FedEx, hey, do you mind delivering a red rose over to Colby's house? She needs a red rose as her sign. It literally could be that you're out shopping or you're out somewhere, or you come across social media, you happen to see someone who has a rose tattoo, or you happen to see a bouquet, an ad come up for 1-800-Flowers, right? You may see an ad come up for roses. You may see a rose, someone named Rose stepping in. You may see a rose in a social media post. Regardless, like that's the multitude ways that they'll step in. All right. And if you're not getting it, take responsibility. Is your awareness not expanded because you're anticipating it in an exact specific way? So be accountable. Are you doing your part? Now, the second thing is if you're not getting it, then maybe it's because it's not on path, right? So you said, hey, if I'm on path or if this is it, show me a red rose. Well, it's not it. That's why you're not getting the red rose. So it is being mindful. Is being mindful to the experience. Now, talk to them. I don't know why people don't realize that they can't just talk to your guide. Just talk to them, right? Allow yourself to build that conversation with them, you know, and allow yourself to believe that you've got that support from the other side. And even if you can't hear them back to you, that doesn't mean that they're not around you, and it doesn't mean that they're not taking it in. Try some automatic writing. That's a fantastic exercise to connect to your spirit team. It's fantastic because it helps you get out of your own way and just channel in what it is they want to give you. You know, your team is around you, even if you're feeling lost. All right. Your team isn't there to prevent you from having emotions and from having fluctuations. You're going to have those. Those are part of your experience. They don't want to take away your experience. They want to support your experience. But it is knowing when they're nudging you. It is that knowingness like, hey, I'm not seeing this as much. Let me try to get back in alignment. Am I in alignment so that I see it? And channeling what are those messages that they want to give to you. What is it that they want to say? Sometimes you might get stuck, right? Because if you say, hey, I'm just going to write down and let them say what they're going to say, you actually might get into your head more because you're too worried about, are they saying something? Are they not saying something? Is that me making it up? I know how you work, right? So what you can do is set an intention. All right. So by setting an intention, saying, what do I need to know about my love life? All right. What do I need to know about calling in a relationship? So setting that intention and then automatic writing around it so that that answer comes in. All right. That answer will come in for you. But surrendering, you have to surrender and believe that they're there for you. And they are there for you. And once you understand that they're there for you, you'll be able to then dial in. Like, does your guide have a sense of humor, right? Does the guide do goofy little things? Are they giving you signs left and right? Once you expand that awareness, understanding it, is it a name rose? Am I seeing a rose? Where am I seeing the rose? Am I going for a walk around the block and happen to see a rose bush that draws my eye? So anything that pulls your attention, just ever so slight, boom, a little bit of a pause, and you'll know that that's a sign for you. But if you don't look and you don't hear, then how are you going to know? If you're not really doing your part, paying attention, you got to pay attention. It's like being proactive in your process. You have to be proactive in that spirit team process. But of course, they're there for you. Of course, they want to see you succeed. They are your team. They chose you. Okay? They chose to work with you. And if you're wanting more from them, ask them what it is they need from you. Maybe they need you to show up a bit more and then they can show up more. Maybe they're needing you to take accountability. Maybe they're needing you to stop creating the patterns that you're creating. Maybe that's what they're trying to help you with, right? So once you understand, hey, wait a second, we've got this relationship. It's not one way. How do I build it? How do I nourish it? How do I do my part with it? And having fun with it. For instance, let's say you want to know if angels are around you, right? Look at license plates. Oh my gosh, I can't even, there's not one day that I go on a walk that I don't see 44, 555, 333, 777, 77, 22, 222, 111, 1111. Noticing these numbers, being proactive and noticing, hello, those are angel numbers, right? So the more angel numbers you see, that's angels being around you. If you're wondering what angel is around you, pay attention. Maybe you hear someone say, hey, Mike, how's your day going? Right? Hey, Michael, how's it going over there? You never know, right? That absolutely could be Archangel Michael letting you know it's him. It could be anything. So it's really playing with it, letting yourself have fun with the experience, but letting yourself trust that experience. Knowing that even if it feels like you're making it up, because it's going to feel that way because it all comes from your imagination. So if it feels like you're making it up, then right, go with it. Don't fight it. Stop fighting the connection. Well, if it's really you, you'll give me this. You'll really do that. I don't know who's going to respond to you talking to them that way. So just be aware, expanding that awareness, playing with it more, understanding how they may be connecting with you, doing your part as well to be proactive in that experience because of course they are with you. They are. You are not abandoned. Trust me with this, okay? All right. So that is your coffee with Colby for today. Very exciting news this Thursday. I have an amazing author. Her name is Kim Chesney. She wrote a book called Radical Intuition. So, guess what? We're going to play with intuition this Thursday night on the Colby Rebel Show. You're going to have fun. We're going to learn a lot. She's really got these four archetypes of intuition that I just can't wait to hear about and hear her explain it. But it's really going to be a really fun show. Also, don't forget Love and Messages with Joe Shield and myself. We're doing it for Valentine's Day. I said, people may not be able to get out. They're kind of still stuck in. Why don't we do a Valentine's event? So we are excited about that. Joe's a spirit artist. I mean, it's really amazing. So he was also on the Netflix series Surviving Death. So you may have seen him there. So grab your tickets and come hang out with us. It's a Zoom event, so anywhere in the world you can catch it. But I'm excited. I've got some classes and workshops coming up, so stay tuned for those. But lots of love to you, all right? Remember, everybody, to shine your light and shine it bright. I'll see you later. Have a good day.
Do you feel like you have your own gifts and you want to explore and expand them? How many times do you have dreams that just come true, or you will simply know something? Well, guess what? You can expand and develop your gifts today. Go to colbyrebel.com and visit my classes. I have e courses that you can watch and learn in the comfort of your home. Everything from intuition, psychic, to even connecting to loved ones on the other side. So visit colbyrebel.com and start developing your gifts today.